Nick Aldis has not had a competitive wrestling match in over 1,000 days, and he is about to step into a WWE ring for the very first time against the most technically dominant European destroyer this company has produced in a generation. And somehow, the smart money is starting to shift toward Aldis. Why? Because the man spent 1,040 days sitting in that GM chair, watching Gunther compete every single week, studying every hold, every transition, every psychological tell, and quietly building a blueprint that Gunther does not even know exists yet. So before you write Aldis off as a suit-playing tough guy, you might want to hear what he has actually been building. Stay until the end because the secret plan Aldis has been constructing for 3 years changes everything about what SummerSlam actually is. You are locked into Tidal Wave, the channel that rides every current before anyone else even sees the wave coming. Here is the foundation. Nick Aldis held the NWA World Heavyweight Championship for 1,043 days, one of the longest reigns in modern wrestling history, built entirely on intelligence, conditioning, and the kind of calculated ring general mentality that made him one of the most credible world champions of his generation. He then joined WWE in October 2023 as SmackDown general manager, stepping away from competition entirely. His last competitive match was October 7, 2023 in Kentucky. And here is what everyone keeps getting wrong about ring rust. A former world champion who stops competing does not lose the knowledge. He only loses the timing. And there is a massive, catastrophic difference between those two things that Gunther has not accounted for in any interview, any promo, or any interaction leading into Minneapolis. Here is the contradiction buried in this entire storyline that nobody is addressing out loud. Gunther called Aldis a failed wrestler. But Aldis held the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship for over 1,000 days with 34 successful title defenses. Gunther has been doing this on SmackDown for roughly 2 years. Aldis has been doing this for over 2 decades across TNA, NWA, independent wrestling, and international promotions. So either Gunther genuinely does not know Aldis' history, which would be the most embarrassing research failure in wrestling since someone booked a veteran as a jobber without checking his career record, or Gunther knows exactly who Aldis is and is deliberately trying to get inside his head before the match. Which version of that is scarier? Because your answer completely changes the psychological dynamic of everything heading into Minneapolis. If you are riding this wave with us right now, smash the like button and subscribe to Tidal Wave immediately, because the specific weapon Aldis has been quietly developing for over 1,000 days is something Gunther has genuinely never faced and cannot possibly game plan for in the time he has left. Here is the reveal that reframes the entire match. Nick Aldis holds a backstage producer role in WWE alongside his general manager duties, which means for 3 full years, Aldis has not just been watching Gunther perform on television like the rest of us. He has been inside the production meetings. He has sat in the rooms where Gunther's matches are planned, discussed, reviewed, and broken down in granular detail. He knows the ring general's tendencies, his reactive patterns under pressure, his go-to sequences when a match gets physically uncomfortable at a level of detail that no opponent Gunther has ever faced in WWE has possessed walking in. That is not a suit winging it at SummerSlam. That is an intelligence advantage so significant it borders on a legitimate structural edge. The locker room knows it too. Behind closed doors, people who have watched Aldis prepare are not laughing anymore. Most fans are predicting Gunther wins inside 5 minutes and sends Aldis home on a stretcher. That theory ignores 3 things: championship pedigree that spans 2 decades, insider knowledge so deep it constitutes a genuine scouting advantage, and the fact that a man who plans at this level of precision does not walk into the biggest match of his career without a very specific answer for every single thing Gunther is going to throw at him, including the sleeper hold that knocked him unconscious twice on SmackDown. Especially that. Nick Aldis right now is the most dangerous underdog in SummerSlam history. A former world champion who voluntarily traded ring time for 3 years of intelligence gathering, and is about to cash in every single piece of that research in one night in Minneapolis. Prediction number 1: Aldis catches Gunther completely off guard with aggressive, purposeful early offense that shocks the building, wins clean, and immediately announces his full-time in-ring return to SmackDown going into the fall. Prediction number 2: Gunther wins, but only after the most grueling match of his entire SmackDown tenure, a war that goes 20+ minutes and transforms Aldis into the most talked-about performer coming out of SummerSlam weekend regardless of the result. Prediction number 3: the controversial swing. Aldis wins by reversing the sleeper hold and forcing Gunther to tap to his own finishing submission, turned around, applied by the exact man Gunther put to sleep on SmackDown. Poetic. Devastating. Completely on brand for a man who has been building this plan for over 1,000 days. One of these 3 things will happen. The only question is which one. 1040 days of preparation is about to collide with 1043 days of championship credibility in Minneapolis. Is ring rust real enough to cost Aldis everything in that ring, or is Gunther about to walk into the most thoroughly prepared opponent of his entire WWE career? Drop the definitive answer in the comments right now and let the arguments begin. The full SummerSlam card breakdown drops next on Tidal Wave. Every match, every prediction, every reason why Minneapolis is about to be historic. Tidal Wave, let's go.